Alright, guys. So we got some news that I was not expecting, and I thought I'd, share my thoughts on it. As you read the title, yes, we are officially getting a movie about Clayface. James Gunn's DC Universe is, going places. We don't know what exactly those places are. I really need to sit down and watch the first 3 episodes of Creature Commandos, which I'll be doing episode reviews of. I forgot that the show already came out, and I've just been busy. And I need to, have time to, sit down and watch Creature Commandos just so I can do episode reviews over on Patreon. But anyway, let's talk about this news. Now, it was rumored a lot. About a year ago, there was a lot of talk that Mike Flanagan wanted to do a Clayface movie, and he talked about, wanting to make it, a horror thriller, but sadly, due to regime change at Warner Brothers, things changed. Well, apparently that's not the case anymore, because now James Gunn and Deadline and everyone else have confirmed that a Clayface movie has been greenlit. Now, I've heard 2 conflicting things, that the film is set to start filming in 2025, or they're waiting till 2026. Again, this could be delayed, or that could be totally wrong, so we don't know. All that we know is, yeah, the Clayface movie got greenlit, and the script was written by Mike Flanagan. Flanagan has not said he's going to direct or produce. All we know is he wrote the script. So that's really all we have for information right now in terms of the film. Obviously, I don't think it would be cool to see Flanagan direct. He's one of my favorite horror directors, and probably one of my favorite directors in general. But I think he's too busy. I think he's honestly too busy between Dark Tower, if that thing's still going for Amazon, as well as his new Exorcist film that's coming out in 2026. He's too busy. I think he'll at best produce. And probably even executive produce, and I'm being generous on that. And they may even rewrite the script a few times, who knows, and just give him writing credit. But it would be cool to see him direct, and there's still a possibility, but dude is busy with Exorcist and Dark Tower. I don't think he's going to be able to have time to do that right now. Yeah, also, as of this recording, I know this, as of this recording, I'm kind of expecting the Superman trailer to drop. Because a couple reasons. James Gunn said it was coming out this month, and I think it was a cheeky way of saying, and my friend Jason said this too, is that it's probably a cheeky way of saying, hey, it's probably going to come out the day of premiere for the global premiere for the new Lord of the Rings movie that is out now. But again, I could be totally wrong. Who knows? Yeah. So Clayface. Now, Clayface is one of my favorite... Let's actually talk about the damn thing. Clayface is one of my favorite Batman villains. Definitely in the top 10. Always a villain that is just awesome to see. He's just a great villain in general. A villain who absolutely goes against the grain of being your typical Batman villain. He's one of the few with actual powers. Batman has to be smart about it. And the thing of it is that Clayface can be scary. This movie is being pitched as even Flanagan's original pitch for the movie was he wanted it to be a horror movie. He wanted it to be a horror thriller / tragedy. And yeah, Carlo, much like all the other Batman villains, are tragic characters, given a few aside, but still, the vast a good 80% of Batman villains are tragic, and Carlo is no exception. I'm saying Carlo because that's the Clayface we all know. I know, but again, it could be Matt Hagen. Hell, it could be Preston Payne for all we fucking know. But I don't think it's gonna be Preston Payne. I don't think it's gonna be him. So it's probably going to be Carlo, but I wouldn't rule out Hagen. We do know Clayface exists in this new DC universe because of that snippet in Creature Commandos, and he has a voice actor, Alan Tudyk. So Tudyk. Now the thing is, James Gunn did say that there's a chance that these actors could play the roles of these characters in live action, because it's all supposed to be an interconnected universe. So there is a chance that this interconnected universe could easily, have Alan Tudyk play Carlo or voice him. Now, I I like Alan Tudyk. I think he's a decent enough actor, but I don't see, like, having him voice the character of Clayface. I like having him voice it is fine, but acting, I mean, I've seen him act. He's good, but I don't know if I see him as Carlo in live action. That's the thing. Like, and I know it's such a weird thing to say, and I know Clayface is going to be like a huge CGI goo monster. And I know some people are going to say, oh, he could be like the Basil Carlo, the original one, like how Carlo was, where he's like using clay to make his face. No. If we're going by this DC universe, then it's probably going to be big clay monster. But again, that's the thing about Clayface, is that he can literally change into anyone. And the other thing is, I don't want to root for Clayface. I want to, and this is what I give DC over Marvel, is that DC's willing to have villain movies, varying degrees of success of villain movies, but still villain movies nonetheless. So I don't want Clayface to be the anti-hero. I want to actually have what Sony has been trying to say the whole time, where they're villains, but they're doing good things. No, I want Carlo to be a horrible piece of shit to people. I want him to kill people. I want him to be the monster that we're following. I want Clayface to be Clayface. And I want to see, like, it would be really cool to focus on, like, because Carlo was an actor. He was typecast as, like, this horror actor, and he had a disease that was making him, degenerate. It's one of the origins. I imagine they'll probably go with that. And, yeah, I would like to see, like, the stress of Hollywood. Like, give us that, like, Black Mirror kind of behind the curtain of what Hollywood is like. Kind of like... do Maxine, that that movie, but with Clayface. Just do that with Clayface, and that would be perfect. Actually, now that I think about it, Ty West should direct this movie. Could you just imagine Ty West directing a Clayface movie with a script by Mike Flanagan? I am so fucking hard right now. Yeah, so... I'm excited. I don't want Clayface to fight anyone else. And also, this begs the question, is Batman going to be in this movie? Could it be that? Or could this also, now that I think about it, be an Elseworlds movie, too? Because I just had that thought of, what if it's also an Elseworlds movie along with it, that's not in continuity? Because Gunn did say that they're going to be Elseworlds stories, too. So, who the fuck knows on anything? All that we know is this movie's actually happening. It's actually going forward after being shit canned. But Gunn went, hey, what's that in the garbage? A Mike Flanagan script for a Clayface movie? I can do something with that. So there we go. So there you go. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Clayface movie being announced? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Do you want it to be Carlo? Do you want to be Hagen? Do you want Mike Flanagan to direct, or would you prefer someone else, and who would you get? Also, would you want Alan Tudyk to play Clayface, or would you want him to play, or would you want someone else to play him in live action? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.